Hello everyone, my name is Move Mantis and this is my review for No Other Choice. No Other Choice is the latest film from acclaimed director Park Chan Wook, who's been a staple in Korean cinema for over 20 years, and in my opinion, up there with the best filmmakers making movies today. His newest film is about a man being laid off from a paper company he's worked at for years, and after months of not finding another job, he gets desperate to maintain his lifestyle and the lifestyle of his family and sees no other choice but to try and thin out the competition. This was a really great movie, but I do want to complain first and say how hard it was to try to see. The trailers all said December, but I wasn't able to find a showing until last month in January. And even then, I had to drive 30-40 minutes to a theater, which was the closest one to me, to go see it. And for such a really good movie from what I think is a acclaimed director, surprised at how much work I actually had to kind of put in to go see this at all. But I was glad I was able to catch it, especially in the theater. This film not only shows off the best of Park Chan-wook from his directing style, attention to detail, and innovative camera movement, but also shows why Korean cinema really produces some of the best films in the industry. This movie is visually breathtaking. So many amazing shots, scene transitions, and just camera tricks that I would never think of that make this movie visually distinct from anything else that came out last year. That's also another thing. I wonder if this would be considered 2025 or 2026. Like I said, all the trailers said December of last year, but I wasn't able to find anything until January of this year, and that might have been the case for a lot of people, but I don't know, maybe some people have been able to go see it before then. I don't know. Either way, definitely one of the most distinct things I've seen in a while. And it also doesn't do any of this stuff haphazardly or for no reason. It's not trying to be quirky or just doing things for the sake of them. The camera moves and it has something to say and it has something to express with each camera shot and editing choice. They're not just there to look cool. They're there to express something or to get a certain point across. And I think some of those shots are going to be with me for a long time. Its characters are interesting and captivating, and no one is given unneeded screen time. It also tells, I think, a very relatable story. A story of something I think a lot of people have to deal with, especially nowadays. Maybe in some ways something people would do if they really had no other choice. And they deal with that with great sincerity and seriousness. But it still knows when to be charming and funny. It balances the serious with comedic situations and dialogue. Always knowing when tension needs to be there, but also knows when to be a little bit more lighthearted. This movie is chock full of good symbolism, reincorporation, and really the only critique I have with this movie is that it does drag a little at the end. A couple moments last about 20 minutes that it feels like it's about to wrap up, but then goes on for another 5 minutes. There's also some scenes at the beginning and at the end that heavily use CGI and green screen, and those effects really don't look all that great. Other than that, though, this film really goes out of its way not only to tell an amazing written story, but to me, just uses every facet of the movie medium to really put up a mirror to society. Not only in general, but something really in tune with today's world and what's going on currently. So I'd say if you can, absolutely see this in the theater, but probably by the time this comes out, it'll already be on VOD. So I'd really recommend watching this movie. If you love movies, go see this movie. And I'm giving No Other Choice a 9.5 out of 10. Absolutely phenomenal. Thank you, everyone.